All right, we are back, and we're going to do the last part of the assignment just to make sure everybody is on the same page. We'll do the last part of the assignment, and I'm just going to be doing the solutions. So, yep, in case you didn't finish the assignment, please watch part 1 and then watch part 2, and then just submit to me as corrections, okay? These are past paper questions, like I said, and it helps you, okay? We're only focusing on two things, which is the cumulative frequency curve, okay? Cumulative frequency curve and the histogram. And I just put a whole lot of questions. And I think from now on I'll make them a little less than this. This is a little bit, this is a lot, but it helps, okay? It helps you to have a lot of experience, to be great at it. And I trust a lot of you. So now let's do the questions and let's see how it goes. Let's enjoy. Let's enjoy this. So here's the first one. It says the information about the mass, blah, 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 blah. This is not a question, okay? This is not the question. This part does not help you at all. It hardly does. So the question will be here. Draw a histogram to show the information in the table. So the histogram is for this information. This is the part A of the question. So anyway, the moment you see the word histogram, then remember you have to have the formula frequency density is going to be equal to frequency over class width. This helps you to find the frequency density. Okay? Right. So now let's get to work. Frequency density for the first one, because we've got to find frequency density. That's how we sketch a histogram. It's only frequency densities you'll be sketching. So if you can't find frequency densities, then how do you sketch the histogram? So we need to find frequency density for the first one here, then for the second one here, we're going to sketch it, then the third one here, then the fourth one here, then the fifth one. So let's go ahead and let's do it as quick as we can. What is the frequency? You take this value as the frequency, which is 12, divided by class width. Class width means the higher bound minus the lower bound. So the upper bound minus the lower bound. So it is 10 minus 0, which is just 12 over 10, which is just 1.2. Then we do for the second one, frequency density for the second one. What's the frequency density? You say frequency, which is 38, divided by class width, which is 20 minus 10. Okay, that's the class width, 20 minus 10, which also happens to be 10. So it's like 38 over 10, which is just 3.8. Then we say, what is the frequency density for the third one? It is going to be the frequency over class width. And what's your frequency here? 32 divided by what's the class width? You say the upper bound minus the lower bound. Don't change it. I want to see this, please. So it's going to be upper bound 25 minus the lower bound 20, which is going to be 32 over 25 minus 20 is 5. So it's 32 over 5. And let's calculate that. What is 32 divided by 5? That's 6.4. Okay, this is quite a high one. Okay, now let's do the last one, the last two ones. Frequency density for the fourth one is going to be frequency, which is here, which is 50, divided by class width, which is 40 minus 25. Let's go. I need it. Then this is going to be 50 over, what is it? What is 40 minus 25? That's 15. So it's 50 over 15. Let's see what happens. It's 3.33, whatever, so it's fine. Then we say frequency density for the fifth one is going to be frequency 18 over class width 50 minus 40, which is 18 over 10. And this is just going to be 1.8. This is going to be 1.8. So now let's write all of them. Let's go for it. The first one is 1.2, then 3.8, then 6.4, then 3.3, then 1.8. So let's go. 1.2, let's go for it. This is 1 and this is 1.2 around here. And 1.2 is from what to what? It's from 0 to 10. It's for the first one, right? It's for the first one, right? So if it's for the first one, tell me, it's from what? 0 to 10. Okay. So from 0 to 10, so we go all the way up to 10 here. We'll be on 1.2. You do this with the ruler, don't do it with your hand. We don't want to see ugly stuff. Okay. All right, so there we go. Then we go to the next one. It is 3.8 from 10 all the way to 20. So it's going to be 3.8. We look for frequency density 3.8. This is 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, 3.8. There we go. It's going to be 3.8 from 10 to 20. So it's going to be 3.8 here. From 10 all the way to 20. And it's going to be at 3.8. That is it. Then the next value is 6.4. And it's going to be 6.4 from 20 to 25. All right. So from 20 to 25, we'll go to 6.2, 6.4 here. This is 6.4, right? Yeah. From 20 to 25, which is in the middle of this. So this is 21, this is 22, this is 23, this is 24, this is 25. So 25 here. So this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right. So 25. So we go all the way up. Then we're going to join them like this. That's how it go. That's how you do it. Come on. I'm counting on you now. So now 25 to 40, it is the frequency density, the fourth one, which happens to be 3.3. 25 to 40, it's going to be 3.3. So we go to 3. This is 3.2. The next one is 3.4. So 3.3 is at the center of that. Somewhere at the center of this. So it's 3.3, which is at the 3.3. From 25 to 40, there we go. We've done very well. We've done very well. Now the last one is a 1.8, and it's going to be from 40 to 50, okay? No problem. So this is, let's see where 1 is. Oh, so this is 1. This is 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8. 1.8 is like here, so. This is 1.8. All right, now we can remove the other ones. And this is going to be the histogram, and we're done. Well done. I'll say bravo to you. That's impressive. I love that. Okay, that is good. Now we can go on to the next thing. I love that. I love that. Let's go on now to do the second one, which is going to be saying, use the frequency table to commute. So this is a different question to this one. This was number, what was the last number we did last time? Last time we ended at, this is the 7th one, which was the cumulative frequency curve. So that means this is the 8th question. That means here this is going to be the 9th question. From some other past paper, let's see what it says. Use the frequency table to complete the cumulative frequency. Use the frequency table to complete this cumulative frequency table. Where is the frequency table? All right, so, okay, I wish we had the frequency table so we can complete it. Either way, this is going to be bonus then. This is going to be bonus. So that's a bonus. How many marks is it? 2, 4, that's bonus. 4 marks. Wow, lucky you. Bonus 4 marks. Wow. Now let's do this one. This table shows, the reason why I did that is because there's a bit of an error, okay? So we needed the frequency table to be able to then do the cumulative frequency table. You start from the frequency table, then you can go to the cumulative frequency table. You can't just start with the cumulative frequency table like what we have here, because we don't even know what to put at all these places. Unless, let me just have a second look. This is 10, this is 20, this is 25, this is 40, this is 50. 10, 20, 25, 40, 50. Oh, okay. So it's not bonus. Sorry for that. It's the same question. So we are using this frequency table, this one, because it's 10 here, then 20, then 25, then 40, then 50, which is consistent with this. 10, 20, 25, 40, 50. All right, so now let me just show you how you do it. You complete a cumulative frequency table. You should complete it as fast as you can. You just come and you take values, okay? You come and let me just, give me a second. So what you do when you're doing this cumulative, you come here, you take values, okay? You start here, you take the 12, the frequency 12, and you're going to put it as the very first value in your cumulative frequency value. So it's going to be 12 here, right? Then what you do, you add the next one to get to the next. So it's 12 plus 38, okay? 50. That's going to be the one. Then you add to 50, you add the next one, which is 32. What do you get? You get 82. Then from 82, you add the next one, which is 50. What do you get? Okay. So we got to do it. We get 132. That's the one. So cumulative frequency, you'll be adding as you go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and to the next. You'll be adding the frequencies. So we are on 132. We got to add this one now. Okay. We got to add it, and you get 150. And that's what you put here now. So it's going to be 150. That's the value that comes here now. So, all right, that's great. Now they said calculate the percentage of children with the mass greater than 10 kgs. Calculate the percentage of children that have a mass that is greater than 10 kgs. Okay, not even a problem. So mass greater than, this is less than or equal to 10. For mass greater than 10, it's from here going upwards. Right? So from here, going all the way up, these are the people that have mass greater than 10 kgs. And we want it as a percentage, so obviously the total is 150. And how many are going to have mass greater than, so mass greater than 10 kg, this is going to be, we will be checking, we say 150 minus this 12. Because the 12 is the one which is less than or equal to 10. So we can't include it because we want greater than 10. One greater than 10. So less than or equal to 10, we don't want them, these 12. So we're going to remove them. So we say 150 minus 12, we get 138. So it's going to be 150 minus 12, which is going to be 138. Do you get the math? The reason why we are subtracting is we want greater than 10. So we want from here going all the way up. And the total is now 150, but the ones that were less than or equal were 12 to 10. We're 12. So we've got to remove them, so that we get only greater than or equal to 10. Because that's what they say. Now, when we get the number, that's when we can get the percentage. You can't get the percentage unless you have the number of those first. So you got them to be 138. And what is the total? The total is 150. So you can now make it as a percentage. So it's going to be equal to 138 divided by 150 times 100%. And what does that become? So I'm going to say 138 divided by 150. And then I say times 100%, I get 92%. So this is going to be 92%. That's the percentage. Let's go. I love that. We got to keep going. Let's do this one now. This is the next question. I hope you're watching. I hope everything makes sense, though. I hope we're together. All right. Right, let's go through this one. Let's see how it's going to be. Let's enjoy it. What are we going to say for this one? Well, the table shows blah, 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 blah. Thank you for the table. What are we using it to do? Histogram? Okay. Iran shows a histogram to show this information. He makes the height of the first 17.2. Okay, let's see how he found his heights. Let's see how he found his height. We know that height is like frequency density, okay? For histogram, the only thing we know is this formula. The moment we see the word histogram, we go for this formula without even thinking twice. The formula for frequency density. The moment we see the word histogram, we need the formula for frequency density, class. Frequency density is frequency over class width. So we'll now say, all right, for the first one, because they said for the first one he got 17.2. Let's see how he got it. It's going to be 43. That's the frequency, okay? Then you divide by the class width, which is 50 minus 0. That's the width of the class, okay? Which is going to be, what is 43 divided by 50? How would you get 17 here? Let's see. What is 43 divided by 50? You get 0.86. So here, the frequency density will be 0.86. And then that 0.86, this person, whoever, found the height of 17.2. So we want to find what it is that it multiplied by. So you're going to say, what you do to find what it multiplied by, you're going to say the scale factor or the multiplier, whatever you want to call it, the height multiplier is going to be his answer, 17.2, divided by ours, 0.86. So let's try it. What is 17.2 divided by 0.86? You get 20, which is equal to 20. So that means what you do, every answer you get, you got to multiply it by 20. How do you get that? You say their answer divided by our answer, you get the multiplier. So now let's get the frequency density for the second one, then we'll convert all of them to heights. All right, so frequency density for the second one is, what's the frequency? 31. Divided by, what's the class width? You say 100 minus 50. So divided by 100 minus 50. Then you get it. So it's going to be 31 divided by open bracket 100 minus 50, close, is equal to 0.6. We get 0.6. Then height, the second one is going to be 0.6 times 20, which is going to be 0.6 times 20. We get 12. So the height is going to be 12. Then, so this is for the second one. Then we do for the third one, and we do for the fourth one. Are you watching? Can you see? Frequency density, the third one, is going to be, what is the frequency? First, 25 divided by, so when you see the word height, be careful, because it may not be the frequency density. But if it's frequency density, then you know how to get it. It's going to be easy. If it's height, then first you get the frequency density and find the multiplier they need. You got to find the multiplier they need. Here we found it to be 20. That's the multiplier they need. That's the multiplier they needed, rather. So here we would say frequency density, that's 25 divided by the class width, which is 200 minus 100. So divided by 200 minus 100, which is going to be 25 divided by 100, which is going to be, what is it? Let's go. 25 divided by 100, it's 0.25. Then we say now the height, the third one, is going to be 0.25 times 20, which is going to be 0.25 times 20. That's 5. So this is going to be 5. Anyway, let's get the one for the fourth bar. And we are done. So calculate the height of each of the remaining bars. There we should calculate it here. And we can find it. So we would say, anyway, we can say, let's say frequency. Let's put the workings which we have been doing, because they want the workings, obviously. For the first one, this is going to be equal to, if you want, you can first say frequency density is equal to frequency over class width, because you're going to need that. Now we're going to find the frequency density for the first one, which we found to be what? 43 over 50 minus 0, which was 43 over 50, which is 0.86. And we found the multiplier, the one which converts frequency density to height. We found it by saying, is their value 17.2 divided by our answer 0.86. And we got it to be 20. So now we can now say the frequency density for the second one. Again, we say the frequency and we say over class width. That's what we did. 31 over the class width is what? 100 minus 50. So it's going to be 31 over 100 minus 50, which is going to be 31 over 50, which we found to be 31 over 50 became what? 0.6. Became a 0.6. Then the height for the second one would be 0.6 times 20, which, what did you get there? 12. You got a 12. So this means for the second one, the height is 12 centimeters for 50 to 100. And then for the third one, we found it already. We found it as well. We said the frequency density, the third one, we said it is going to be 25 over 200 minus 100. So 25 over 200 minus 100, which is 25 over 100, which is 0.25, which we now said the height, the third one, is 0.25 times 20, which we got it as 5. There we go. Now we get frequency density, the fourth one, which is going to be equal to the frequency 21 over the class width 500 minus 200. So it's going to be 21. It's going to be 21 over 500 minus 200, which is going to be 21 over 300, which is going to be equal to, let's get it, 21 divided by 300, which is 0.07. That's a low one now. Why? Why is that low? Now let's go on. Now what are we going to get? We say, what is the height for the fourth one? It is 0.07 times 20. What do we get? It's 1.4 centimeters. So for this one, it's 5 centimeters. This one is 1.4 centimeters. And yeah, that's good. These are the answers that you should have put. Now let's put the simple table as well, which they want. This cumulative frequency table, which we've done over and over and over and over and over again. This cumulative frequency table, we just come to this table, which is the original one. Then you take this first value and you put it on the first position. Then to get the second position, you add the first value with the second one. Okay, because we're doing cumulative frequency, which means we'll be adding as we move along. So we say 43 plus 31, we get 74. That's the one which comes in here. Then we want the next one. We add 25 to that. So we have 74, we add 25. We get 99. We come here, we put the 99. Then we go back up with the 99. We add 21, okay? We add 21. And you come back, you put the 120. These are the values, and you're done. Now they want you to sketch. They want you to sketch. What you should always remember, that cumulative frequency is the y. So this value is obviously the x. You see? You see? So what values are we putting on the x? 50, 100, whatever. So let's do the first one. X 50, y 43. So let's go and do it. X is going to be 50, which is in between. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 50. This is x. Then the y is going to be 43 because it's the cumulative frequency column. That's the y. The cumulative frequency column when you're sketching is the y. So here we got, it's the cumulative frequency is 43. That's what you must know. When you want to sketch a cumulative frequency diagram, hear me. If you have this cumulative frequency table, remember, cumulative frequency is the y, which means the other one is the x. Which values are x? These values here, they are your x values. Then the other ones are the y. So here, my y is 43 when my x is 50. So let's go and get that 43. So we got x 50, which we found x 50 is here. Then we got to find y 43. So let's find out what's going on here. Between 40 and 60, so that's definitely 2-ish. That's 42, that's 44. We want 43, so it's between 42 and 44, which is going to be here. And we see where it's going to meet the 50, because we are sketching a curve. So they're going to meet somewhere here. Now you can remove. Okay, if you want to leave it, it's okay, but you don't need to. There we go. So this is the first position. All right, well done. Then now we go to the next one. 74 is the y. What are we putting on the x? 100. Then on the y, 74. So on the x, we are now going hundreds. Then we look for 74 now. So this is 60, this is 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74. There we go. And this one is at 100, and the place where 100 meets 74. So you try to meet them, you make them meet, and then you find it's here. Then we can cancel, can remove the markings, because there's a curve. Now we do the next one. 99. This is the y value. It's cumulative frequency. So on the x is 200 that we put. So we go put 200 on the x. We look for 200 on the x. Here it is. We put 200 on the x. Okay. 200 on the x. Then on the y, what would that be? That's 99. So we look for 99. Okay, this is obviously, we keep going up. This is obviously 98 here. We want 99, so it's half of, it's going to be a little bit above it, like half here. So it's going to be half here. Okay. So now let me just go back and do some. I want to open it again. It's got a bit of a glitch. So yeah, we'll put the stuff where it belongs, and we're gonna need it. So we should keep it nice. All right, now we do the next one. So thank you so much. We do the next one. The next one is on the X is now 500. On the Y is 120. So 120 on the Y meets with on the X 500. So that's at the very end, which is going to be here. Now all we have to do is make the curve, which is nice and easy. Okay. So now the curve, the only thing that is do we start here and go like this? It should still curve and go like this if it's a cumulative frequency curve. The only thing is the starting position over here. I'm not sure. Whatever it does, whatever works. Okay. But this is generally the shape of the cumulative frequency curve. If there's any adjustment, then we'll see. We'll talk about it. Now, find the median. Okay. Remember, this is the easiest thing. When you now start to use your cumulative frequency curve, median is half of the stuff. Then you use the curve. Upper quartile is 3/4. Then you use that. Then 40th percentile is 40%, which is 40 over 100. Can you see that? So we're going to do median first. We want to find the median. So we go to this. What is the total thing? It's 120. So we say half of 120. Half times 120, which is the same as saying 120 divided by 2. You get 60. So we come to 60. We move and we see where it hits. We go down with that, okay, to see what value that is. And we meet that value being here. So that's between 50 and 100. What is that? That's let me see. If it's between 50 and 100. All right, so that's 60, that's 70, that's 80. So this is going to be 80. It's at 80, so that means your median is 80 kilograms or 80 grams. Now let's find the upper quartile. We do the very same thing. We say 3/4 of the maximum things, which is of 120. Okay, we say 120 divided by 4 is 3, then times 30 is 90. So you get 90. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 90. This is 90. So we now move. Okay, that's the 3/4. We move, it hits the curve. We go down with the curve. So it's going to be here. This is 120 or 110, 120, 130, 140. So this is 140. This is 140. So anyway, this is going to be 140 grams as the upper quartile. Then the 40th percentile is 40 over 100. So now what will happen is you say this is going to be like this. Then what is that? This is going to be, I think, 48. So this is going to be 48. So you look for 48. This is 42, 44, 46, 48. So this is going to be 48. Now we move with 48. It hits here, then we go down. This is 50. This is 60. So it's going to be at 60. So that is going to be at 60. Okay. Anyway. So this is going to be the 48th percentile. Remember to use the curve after every calculation. So we did the calculation. And when we were doing the calculation, we were using 120. Then after we found an answer, we then used the curve. If you don't use the curve and you're doing a cumulative frequency question, you're not serious. Because every answer comes from the curve. So you do a calculation, you get a value, but go with that value to the curve. It's not the answer. Median is half, I know that. But you say half of 120, you get an answer, but that's not the answer. You then go with it to the curve. You use it. 60, we use the curve, and then you can see. So yeah. Now here, the number of letters with the mass m, where okay, so they are just asking for frequency from 250 to 400. So from 250 to 400, how many do we have from 250 to 400? So that's what we want to find out. So either way, one way to do it is to say, then you go to 250. So this is 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. Then you go up with 240 to find the number of people. Because everything in here uses the graph. There we have it. And now, this would be 10, 105, 101, 102, 104. So this is 104. This is 104. So it's going to be, for here, it'll be from 250 to 400. So it's going to be 104 at 250. Then 400, we see how many. All right, this is 100. Since this is, each thing is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, that means this is 116. 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. Oh yeah, that's true. So this is 116. So we have one giving us 160, the other one giving us 104. So definitely it should be 116 minus 104, and we're going to get 112. So this is going to be how it is. This is going to be 12, I mean. So you get your 12, and this is going to be the number of letters, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you do this one, okay? You get the one on top. Remember, everything. So here's the secret. The secret is that they said mass from 250 to 400. So come on now. Use the graph. You have these two masses. Everything we do on cumulative frequency is calculated by the graph first. So the graph gives us everything we need. So that's why we went to 250 on the graph. We went to 400 on the graph. And we see what values were they giving us. Okay? And when we got those values, we subtracted them. And we now know how many we have from 250 to 400. There we go. That's how it goes. All right, now let's do this one. Injury records, blah, 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 blah. And they're saying, we have the histogram, and we want to fill in this. Basically, that's how it is. So the moment we see the histogram part, the moment we see the word histogram, you got to put the formula which we use. It's going to be frequency divided by class width. So we're going to say frequency density is going to be, here we don't know the frequency because it's clearly the one we're looking for. So it's going to be equal to nothing. Divided by class width 10 minus 0. So divided by 10. Now guess what? We know the frequency density from here. We come and we check what value this is. This is 2.8. So that means our frequency density is going to be 2.8, and it is equal to x over 10. You take 10 to the other side, it will be now 2.8 times 10. This is going to be equal to x. What's 2.8 times 10? 28. So here you got your final solution. It's 28. Yay! Then now we go for the next one, which is here. Okay? The very first thing is we can call this y or whatever. And we say frequency density of the second one is equal to what is the frequency y over what's the class width? 25 minus 20. So it's 25 minus 10. So it's y over. So here it is. We'll be having it like this. Now, what we know is that we know the frequency density for the second one as well. It's right here. It's 3. So this is going to be equal to, we say 3 is equal to y over 100. So you now say 3 times 100 equal to y. That's 300. Okay. So that means obviously you can put here. Well, wait, this was 25 minus 10. Oh, sorry for that. It's y over 15. I don't know why I'm doing this. The answer was unrealistic, so that's the first red flag. It'll be 3 times 15 is equal to y, which is 45 is equal to 1. So this is going to be how you do it. This is 25 minus 10, which is 15. I don't know. So you can just punch and get your values. Now the next thing they'll say is complete the histogram and the table. So we got to complete the histogram now. Right, so now let's see how it goes. We want to finish this up. So histogram, yes, it's frequency density over class width. So here we'll say, okay, we now want for the third one, for the fourth, this ones. We want the frequency density on the third one, on the fourth one, on the fifth one, because that's the one we're going to come sketch on the graph. So find it on the third one. You say, okay, frequency density over third one is equal to, what is the frequency? 57 over class width 40 minus 25. So here, this is going to be this is 40 minus 25, by the way. 57 divided by 40 minus 25. This is 3.8, and then there's frequency density, the fourth one. 38. And that's the frequency divided by 60 minus 40. So this is going to be 38 over 20. So you now say, what is 38 divided by 20? This is 1.9. So now we do for the fifth one. This is going to be equal to frequency divided by class width, 60 to 80. So it's going to be 12 divided by 80. So here this is going to be 80 minus 60. So it's going to be 12 over 20. What is the answer? This is 0.6. So there we go. Let's finish it up. The third one is on 3.8. That's the third one, from 25 to 40. So we go all the way up to 40. This 3.8, so should look for it. So this 3.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so there we go with our 3.8. Then here we have the next one, which is the fourth one. Then the fifth, the fourth one is 1.9. Okay. So here would say, let's find it. So we got our 1.9, right? Because it's 1.9. So this is 1.9, and it came all the way, yes. And 1.9 is from what? Here, 40 to 60. All right, now we need to do 0.6 for the last one. That's the last one we gotta sketch. So it's 0.8, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, so it's 0.6. So it's gonna be 0.6, so it's gonna be like this. Hello, Kenan. How are you, Kenan? I'm doing solutions on, I'm doing statistics solutions here. And I'm just solving, these are IGCSE past papers. These are maths past papers. So I'm just trying to solve for the assignment that I gave everybody. So I'm going to solve this one. I'm very good. I'm very good. Oh, I love that you love statistics. This is which stage are you doing, Kenan? Which stage are you doing? I can take you through everything. Which stage are you doing? All right. You tell me. You tell me. This is now, let's finish this up. So what did they say? You now get another one, which is a cumulative frequency table. This is a table with, no, it's not a cumulative frequency table. It's just a table with frequencies. So it's a frequency table. I'm in college. I'm not even in it, but I just want to come here and tell you you're doing great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You'll see me much more often, okay? On a daily. You'll see me much more often. I'll be just live and live and live, doing A-level maths, doing IGCSE maths, doing physics, doing computer science. I love maths and sciences, so I think you'll be fine. All right, so here we're finishing this now. We see that we got a table, and then they say we should do a histogram. So once you see the word histogram, then we know we gotta use this one. Frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. This is the formula that sketches histograms. Without this, we cannot. It's impossible. So now let's do it. Let's find for all. So this is going to be for the first one. This is going to be for the second one. This is going to be for the third one, for the fourth one, and for the fifth one. So we're going to say frequency density, the first one. This is going to be, what is the frequency here? Number of athletes means the frequency. It's the number of things. So here we have 9. So it'll be 9 divided by, what's the class width? We say 219 minus 216, okay? You get 3. So let me put, you say 219 minus 216. That's the class width. So it's going to be 9 over 3, which is just 3. Then we get frequency density. We get the second one now. The second frequency density is going to be, what's the frequency? 14 divided by, what's the class width? We say the bigger one minus the smaller one. So it's going to be 224 minus 219. And what is that going to be? So it's going to be 14 divided by 224 minus 219. Okay? So 14 open, so you say 14 divided by open bracket 224 minus 219. You get 2.8, okay? If you want, you can divide one time by putting a fraction there, putting brackets in your denominator. So you say 14 divided by Then you open bracket, you say 224 minus 219, you can get it. Then frequency density, the third one now. Let's go for the third one. Remember, everything is frequency density, frequency density. Oh, hi, Flixie. I see you. Oh, you're grade 9. Okay. If you're grade 9, Flixie, it means you're doing checkpoint, right? You're doing checkpoint. So you should make sure you subscribe and make sure you put the notifications on. When I'm going to go live doing checkpoint tomorrow, you'll be able to see it. Or a little bit later, like after a few hours, I'm going to be doing checkpoint questions as well. So you'll be able to see that, Flixie, okay? So I do have Cambridge Stage 9 sessions that I do, and I do checkpoint maths and science, so you can watch out for that. That'll be good for you. Thank you, Gannon. Thank you. Now let's see now, frequency density, the which one did we do? Oh, we are on the third one. Okay, so we take, wait, so for the second one, oh, the third one is also 14. I thought I made a mistake. Okay, so it's 14 divided by, let's see the class width this time. The class width this time, it's always bigger one minus smaller one for class width. So it's to be 234 minus 224. We put that. So we're going to be saying, all right, well done. So it's going to be now, we say 14. So I'll put it, you just see something which says stage 9 or grade 9. And you make sure you join in, okay? Tomorrow, in a few hours. So you now say 14 divided by, we open the bracket, we say 234 minus 224. We do it like that. You get 1.4. So the solution here is 1.4. We need frequency densities or else we are not sketching a histogram. So if you want a histogram, which is what they said you must sketch, then you need to make sure you've got frequency density. So either way, let's finish it up. Let's do the fourth one and the fifth one, and we are done. So the fourth one, frequency density. The fourth one is going to be, what's the frequency? 2 divided by, what's the class width? 244 minus 234. So 244 minus 234, and we get 0.2. Oh, wow. Okay, if you do that, you say 2 divided by, you open bracket, you say 244 minus 234, you get an answer. All right, well done. Now we say frequency density, the fifth one. It's going to be, what's the frequency? 3 divided by, what's the class width? 264 minus 244. So it's 3 divided by 264 minus 244. Let's see what we get there. So it's 3 divided by, you open bracket, you say 264. So 3 divided by, open bracket, 264 minus 244. You get 0.15. So these are the last ones, and we are done. All right, so we have our values. Okay? Okay, no problem, Flixie. See you later. Now let's see the solutions. So here we have 3, we have 2.8, and all that. So 3, you can see that for 3, they actually did it. This is the first one. Okay, this is the first one. Now we need the second one, which is 2.8. We need the 2.8 one. So we got to zoom in. And the 2.8 one is going to be for 219 to 224. 219 to 224. So it's going to be 219 to 220, 221. 221 is here, 222, 223, 224. This is 224. And it's going to be all the way at, it's going to be at 2.8, which is, this is 3, this is 2.9, 2.8 is this one. So you can go until they meet like that. All right, so this is going to be the second one. The third one is 1.4. So the third one is 1.4, and the 1.4 is for 224 to 234. So 224 all the way to 234. So 231, 232, 223, 234. So this is 234. It's going to be like that. And it's going to be, the 234 is going to be 1.4. So we go to 1.4. This is 1. This is 1.2, 1.3. No, this is 1 here. So this is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So 1.4 is like this one, where it meets with this. So this is what it is, and this is going to be the third one. You don't have to label them, okay? I'm the one who's just doing it for us to be able to see better. Now we do the fourth one and the fifth one, which is 0.2 and 0.15. So 0.2 is from 234 to 244. So 234 to 244. Let's look for 241, 242, 243, 244. All right, it's here. And it's going to be 0.2, which is here. It's going to be like that. Okay. And you can see that 0.15 has been sketched. They sketched it for the last one. So we are done. So because this is the fourth one and the fifth one, they've already sketched it for us. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, we're done. You can remove the numbers. You don't need the numbers now. All right, well done. So this is going to be your histogram, and you've done very well. How did you do well? By knowing this. That's how we did well. By knowing frequency density formula. All right, so frequency density over class width. This is the formula that saved the day. Yes. All right, so thank you. So histogram will never ever struggle with you because the whole histogram is all about this formula, okay? Frequency density is frequency over class width. If we know it, we are done. Okay, no problem. Now, let's see if we can finish it off, okay? We're left with one question. Whew, we worked extremely hard. I'm proud of all of you. Well done. That was a lot. So part 1 and part 2, you did well. Okay, so here's the table, and what do they want us to do? Histogram again? Come on now. Okay, no problem. It's going to be frequency density. It's going to be equal to frequency divided by class width. Okay, frequency divided by class width. Now let's go for it. So we're going to be doing it. They want us to find the heights, okay? So always make sure that the height is the same as the frequency density. Always confirm, right? Sometimes you may need to do a little bit of a change, a small change, okay? Did you hear me? If it's height you are finding, it may not be exactly frequency density, but first you need to find frequency density, then you see how to get the height. So we'll see with this one. Let's see with this one. Let's see with this one. We know that if this is going to be the first, this is going to be the second, this is the third. So for the third, if we want to find frequency density for the third, let's see if it's going to give us the same answer. Frequency density for the third, this is going to be equal to, okay, which is we can still use here. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. It's going to be, what's the frequency? 40 divided by, what's the class width? 35 minus 30. So it's 35 minus 30. We get 8, basically. You can do your calculations, okay? You should get 40 divided by, open bracket, 35 minus 30. Then you say close bracket. You say equal to, you must get 8. Is it the same as their answer? No, it's not the same. Oh, really? Yes. So what did they do? Find out. You will now say height. Height, which is the third height, is going to be their value, 12, divided by the height multiplier. Okay, you want to find the multiplier. Multiplier, rather. It's going to be their height, 12, divided by ours, which is 8. You always say theirs divided by ours. You may meet this a lot, okay? Which is 1.5. So this is the multiplier. So when you get frequency density, to get the height, you multiply by 1.5. So, okay, let's do it for the first one now. It is going to be, what is the frequency? 4. So it's going to be 4 over, what is the class width? 20 minus 0, which is going to be 4 over 20. And what is that going to be? The very first time, 4 divided by 20, we get 0.2. Now we say the height, the first one, your multiplier is 1.5, so it'll be 0.2 times 1.5. What's that? 0.2 times 1.5. You get it as 0.3. So the height for the first one is 0.3 centimeters. Wow, really? Yep. You write 0.3 here, and you're doing well. You are doing well. So it's a notorious question. It's a naughty question. You must always know how to do it. You must know how to do it. Let's find frequency density for the second column. What is it going to be? What is the frequency? 38. Divided by, what's the class width? 30 minus 20. So divided by 30 minus 20. And you get 3.8. Now you're going to say height, the second one, is going to be 3.8 times the multiplier which you just found, which is 1.5. What is 3.8 times 1.5? We get 5.7. So the solution for this one is 5.7. And guess what? We have 2 more to go. You'll be doing it on the side things with a pencil, okay? Because they don't want to see it. So we're going to do it here, and you're going to. So this is going to be the fourth one and the fifth one. Frequency density, the fourth one is going to be, what's the frequency? 53. So it's going to be 53 divided by, what is the class width? 45 minus 35. So divided by 45 minus 35. And we're going to we'll find 5.3. Then we say height, the fourth one, is going to be equal to 5.3 times 1.5. What is it? What is 5.3 times 1.5? You get 7.95. Now we get frequency density, the fifth one, which is going to be 15 divided by upper bound minus lower bound, which is 60 minus 45, which is going to be 1. And you can say the height, the fifth one, it is 1 times 1.5, because everything is being multiplied by 1.5. You get 1.5. So this is going to be 7.95, then it's going to be 1.5. Well done. And you would have found everything. If you want to just confirm if your method works for this 12, you would have said frequency density, the third one, is equal to 50 over 30, or over this 35 minus 30. So it's going to be 40 over 35 minus 30, which is going to be 8, okay, if you order this. Then you can say height, the third one, is 8 times 1.5. What is that going to be? What is 8 times 1.5? We get 12. So it's going to be 12. So good. That makes it correct. And we are done with all this hard work, finding the statistics solutions. Well done. You have done very well. I'm incredibly proud of all of you. This, because it's already an hour also, this is the end of our statistics lesson. I'm going to go live again. Make sure you have subscribed, and make sure you have subscribed, and make sure you have liked, and turn the notifications on so you can be notified whenever I'm live. That's great. Goodbye for now, everybody. Thank you, Gannon. Thank you. I'm going to be going live a lot, so you can be able to watch, and everybody enjoy. I'll be here. Let's work. Cheers, Gannon. Enjoy. Bye, everybody.